Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-o-matic presentation and recording for the second half of the warm-ups that we're currently on in this current cycle. Before we get started, please let me encourage you to write down the question and the answer that coincide with the lessons, and additionally remember to format your content in a different colored font. Let's get started. From Monday and Tuesday, what is Southeast Asia really like in terms of its geography, history, and culture? Please be specific. In this lesson, we learned a little bit more about the Philippines and also Indonesia. Here are some key takeaways from this lesson. In terms of geography, Southeast Asia is a region in the world that is comprised of both mainland countries that span off from mainland Asia and also the island archipelago nations of Southeast Asia. In terms of its climate, Southeast Asia is mostly comprised of both subtropical and tropical climates with hot to mild temperatures. Sometimes different places are subject to the monsoon season, which brings heavy winds and rain. In terms of culture, Southeast Asia is largely comprised of a variety of Eastern Asian religions and philosophies, from Buddhism, Hinduism, and Islam. What's also notable about this is that Christianity is very popular in many key Southeast Asian countries as well, thus making most of these countries a melting pot of different religious and ethnic makeups. In terms of government, Southeastern Asian countries are subject to partial democrat, partial autocratic government style and rule, meaning that many of these countries are still developing their ways and means of democratic rule by and of the people. Some of these countries are known for having iconic leaders, both in a good and bad sense, in the sense that some of them, of course, assume and keep power. Other times, legislative lawmaking bodies do rival that power too. In terms of history, Southeast Asia has rich roots in indigenous customs that are still maintained today, also with European influences from the days of colonization. This has created in some countries many ethnic tensions that are still lingering, but also a rich sense of East and West together. In terms of controversies, Southeast Asia does struggle with problems with diplomatic relations with their next-door neighbors and sometimes with other countries who are at large. They also struggle with environmental destruction, especially as tourism is rising in some key places in Southeast Asia, human rights abuses that often stems from government instability, and more. Only time will tell how Southeast Asia will handle some of these complicated issues in the future. Also, for clarity, please note that since you're not going to be in school for Thursday and Friday, there is no question of the day because you will have started spring break. And when you come back, we'll resume with the new template accordingly. Thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, when you're finished with writing the warm-ups, you may hit submit.